Another iconic ginger, Ariel, being replaced by a black actress. Now, this one literally makes no scientific sense because Ariel lives at the bottom of the ocean, which means she gets no sunshine, which means her skin would be pale.
And others. Here's a video that's going to make some people, especially in a certain demographic, very mad. Disney has decided to remake The Little Mermaid with an all-black cast. Okay. Here's my thing. Since we're remaking classics with a different cast of a different race to give them more exposure or whatever, I guess would be the best way to say it. I say we remake a couple of other classics, this time using an all-white cast. I say we remake Roots and The Color Purple using only white people.
You didn't have a problem when they changed Jesus' skin color in the original story, so why are you up in arms about it this time?
I mean, he's not wrong.
I don't even know what to say. Like, where does one even start from? The things I see and hear on the internet. Ah, my God. Like, at your big age, this is what you're saying on the internet. Now, wow. Anyways, guys, today's topic, you already know what we're talking about. People having issues with the fact that Disney casted a black woman to play Ariel in the live-action Little Mermaid movie that is set to arrive in the cinemas on the 26th of May next year, 2023. The fact that we continue to experience this kind of reaction from time to time when a black person is casted for certain roles in certain movies is, it's crazy. That's it. That's the word. So for a bit more context, let's go back a little bit to 2019 when Disney casted Halle to play the role of Ariel in the live-action Little Mermaid movie. Of course, when the news broke out, a lot of people were upset and were complaining on the internet, talking about how she doesn't fit the role, she doesn't have the eye color, she doesn't have the natural red hair. Altogether, they were saying, to sum it all, that she wasn't white and she doesn't look like the fictional Ariel, so she cannot play the role. And now fast forward to 2022, 3 days ago, Disney released a trailer for the movie, and again, we are seeing the exact conversations happening. People are even pulling up the dislike ratio to the like ratio of the trailer on YouTube. But this time around is different from 3 years ago because we're seeing non-black people stand up to the criticism that people had 3 years ago and the criticism that they still have today.
Here's why Halle Bailey as Ariel is fantastic and you're just... So off the bat, mermaids aren't real. Folklore, a mermaid is an aquatic creature with the head and upper body of a female human and the tail of a fish. They appear in folklore from Europe, Asia, and Africa. But because a lot of you keep trying to bring up the source material, here is where the source material of mermaids comes from, the Mediterranean Sea. As you can see, we have Asia, Europe, and Africa, which means that a mermaid could be literally any skin color, but I get it. Atlantica is in Denmark. Fun fact, moron, Denmark has black people. Did you know that? Also, H.C. Andersen's original text, which the original movie is based off of, didn't actually clarify anywhere that Ariel was white. He just said that her skin was as clear and delicate as a rose leaf. I'd personally want to know Halle Bailey's skincare routine because she looks great. You know, but like, her hair isn't as red as the cartoon, and her eyes aren't as blue as the sea. But guess what? Shut up. Does that serve the story? No. This just in. Breaking news. The skin color of Ariel serves absolutely nothing to the plot of The Little Mermaid. And that brings us to the next stupid fucking point that keep bringing up. What if the roles were reversed? What if Mulan was white? What if Princess Tiana was white? You're dense. Mulan. Chinese. Based on the traditional Chinese poem, The Ballad of Mulan. In this story and movie adaptation, her ethnicity has literally everything to do with the story of everything. It is set in China. Mulan is Chinese. Tiana is based off of Chef Leah Chase, a real person. This movie is also entirely rooted in the fact that she is a black woman in 1920s New Orleans. The social commentary there that you might find upon rewatching it is that she's not taken seriously because not only is she a woman in poverty, but she's also black. So what's the difference between those aforementioned characters and Ariel from The Little Mermaid? I say again, Ariel's race contributes fucking nothing. The story isn't changing. The original cartoon isn't going to cease to exist once this movie comes out. You have your Ariel. It's nostalgic for you. Stop being racist and let young black girls grow up with that same nostalgia. Why don't they just make an original character then? Maybe they don't fucking want to. I don't really condone all these remakes, but whether you watch it or not is up to you.
For all of the people freaking out about Halle Bailey playing Ariel in The Little Mermaid, I just want to remind you of the time when Jake Gyllenhaal was in The Prince of Persia. How about when Scarlett Johansson was in Ghost in the Shell? Angelina Jolie in A Mighty Heart? Rooney Mara in Peter Pan, Elizabeth Taylor as Cleopatra, Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's, Tilda Swinton in Doctor Strange, Natalie Wood in West Side Story, and Mel Gibson in Passion of the Christ. What you might be feeling right now is when you're accustomed to privilege, equality feels like discrimination or oppression. And it must be a very strange feeling for you that as the world moves on and gets more and more diverse, you're not going to be in everything when you've been accustomed to being so. I just want to let you know that it's okay. You'll get through it. We have. And growing up all of our lives as minorities, this is exactly how we felt when we found out that source material that we loved was being adapted and the protagonist didn't look like us. But America is getting more and more diverse, and I also want to remind you that The Little Mermaid is a fictional fish.
I am sick and tired of the Halle Bailey Little Mermaid discourse and slander. Not my mermaid, she's not my mermaid, shut up. Shut up right now. It is time for you to grow up, specifically millennials. Name one good reason why Halle Bailey, who is iconic, can sing better than most of the people in her generation, can act better than most people in her generation, should not have been casted for this role. And you cannot convince me that Halle Bailey does not look like a Disney princess. We all know why you don't want Halle Bailey to play Ariel. You know why as well. It's because she is black. Does that not make you feel sick inside? That you feel that this woman who is someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's friend, representation in media is less capable because she's black? It's a big boo-hoo for me that a black woman beat out all the little white girls that auditioned for this role. Just shut up and grow up.
So after the trailer was released, mothers filmed their daughters as they blindly react to the trailer, and oh my god, it made me so emotional. Like, I didn't know when tears started running down my cheeks. Representation really does matter. So up next is a compilation of the reaction of some of the kids to the trailer of the Little Mermaid live animation movie.
Disney has decided to cast Halle Bailey, a black woman, as Ariel in their upcoming release of The Little Mermaid. And there have been a lot of opinions about this casting decision sprinkled around the internet. But I'm gonna be honest with you, none of those opinions matter more to me than these little black girls.
You look so beautiful. A mermaid? Is that a mermaid, Mom?
What mermaid you think that is? What song is that?
Ariel!
It's Ariel, isn't it? Who's your favorite mermaid?
Ariel. That's Ariel, right?
Her voice is beautiful. What?
She's black.
Mama! They made a black
this Ariel? That's the real her? She's brown like me, Mom.
What, baby?
She's brown like me.
Yeah, she's brown like you.
She looks so pretty. Brown Ariel is cute. I want to watch it.
We're gonna go see it when it comes out in the theater.
Yes! I just want to watch it.
It's coming out in May.
2023?
Mm-hmm.
Is it almost 2023?
Just about, yeah.
I too saw Little Mermaid growing up, and I have seen it multiple times even now as an adult. And now seeing a black woman playing Ariel, it makes me so emotional and happy. And I low-key wish I was a child right now so I can, get this experience as a child. I'm super excited for this one. I know it's going to be a great deal for black children all across the world, and I'm here for it.
So it has come to my attention that there is a thing going around, #NotMyAriel, that a lot of people are upset that Ariel will be now played by a black actress, which as an African, I'm not gonna lie, this stuff genuinely makes me laugh. Because mermaids are a huge part of my culture, and our mermaids look like this. Just Google Mami Wata. Then there's also the backlash with the House of Dragon and with the Rings of Power, because ooh, the idea of a black person being an elf and a troll is unfathomable. Clearly you guys haven't heard about the Aziza fairies of West Africa or the Eloko, aka forest trolls from my country. But whatever. Personally, I haven't watched Rings of Power or House of Dragon. I've just gotten a bit bored of the whole European mythology fantasy aesthetic. I feel like we've seen it so many times that now I'm really craving something new. But since you guys want to be petty and you want to play this game, let's play this game. If we can be a part of your stuff, then why have you made yourselves the face of ours? Did you know that the concept of zombies originates from Africa? The word zombie itself comes from my language, the Kikongo language of the Bakongo people. Zombie comes from us. So every time you're saying the word zombie, you better be crediting my ancestors. So since we are not allowed to be a part of your stuff, you guys are no longer allowed to tell zombie stories because it belongs to us. You see how two can play that game. In the name of my ancestors, I'm asking you guys to give zombie stories back. All the profits that have ever been made by any Western zombie film or TV show, you guys owe it to us. Give it back to Haiti, and then give it back to the rest of the African diaspora. You see how two people can play this game. If Ariel is not supposed to be black, ding ding ding, spoiler alert, zombies are not supposed to be white. Not at least according to the origin and meaning of zombies. And yet, here you guys are, making billion-dollar movies about zombies. And not even crediting our ancestors. But did you see us get mad?
Besties, we are astonished and a little upset. So Black Diamond Productions released a teaser trailer for their highly anticipated live action remake of The Little Fairy Princess. For those of you who don't know, The Little Fairy Princess follows Azuri. She's a fairy princess who falls in love with a human, and she gives up her wings to be with this human. It's really romantic. I feel like everybody's seen The Little Fairy Princess. But anyway, so in this live action remake, the Little Fairy Princess is white. I mean, as a meteorology student, from a science standpoint, it doesn't make sense that someone who lives that close to the sun would be so pale. It's not even about race, it's about science. Exactly. I mean, fairies look a certain way for a scientific reason. And she lives in the Cloud Kingdom, the fairy Cloud Kingdom above Nigeria. So it's impossible that she could look like that. I mean, if she lives in a sky kingdom above Nigeria, then of course she's Nigerian. I think ignoring facts, I think ignoring the verifiable science about how fairy princesses work, it's ruining this remake.
In light of a lot of comments like this, I have a confession to make. I once did indeed date a purple individual.
So I made that video a few months back, speaking on my experiences of being in a relationship with a purple person, making us an inter-rainbow couple. And I don't know if anyone on the entirety of the internet or on this clock app has heard that Disney is making a live action Little Mermaid. And I'm fired up because no one is talking about the travesty of the purple face that is going to occur in this film. The purple face. It's giving violet fishing. This is giving coral troll or profanation. As someone who is a traditionalist, I don't understand how y'all can hire this white woman to play this beautiful purple queen. Y'all don't see the problem. Y'all don't see the problem with this because you don't have the experiences I have with dating purple people. Purple people have feelings, have rights, have dignity. And Hollywood has done the same thing that it continues to do over and over again, which is whitewash the purple people. Magenta and indigo erasure is real. Hollywood perpetuates this lie that they can never find purple actors and actresses to fulfill these roles. And it's bullshit. So while some of you are out there arguing about if mermaids are real, or can mermaids be black or white, or are there black Europeans, or are there black people in Denmark, I'm over here fighting the real fight for the purple fucking people. But seriously, on a serious note, what I find truly wild is that people are mad over the fact that Ariel's going to be black. But I've seen some of the same people, and I stalk comment sections, I've seen some of the same people say that Ursula should definitely be played by Queen Latifah or Lizzo. But why do some of y'all have no problem with the fat, femme-presenting villain being played by a black woman?
So while I was on the streets of Twitter, I came by this tweet, and I think it's a good note to end this video on. I don't know why y'all are fighting with Ray to the cysts over Ariel's race. Just hit them with your favorite line, why are you bringing race into this? Follow it up with maybe she was the best person who auditioned, and then close it all up with the banger, not everything is about race. And on that note, guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Now this one literally makes no scientific sense because Ariel lives at the bottom of the ocean, which means she gets no sunshine, which means her skin would be pale.
Oh my god.
So we have now gotten to the point where we are using science as the excuse for the pigmentation of a mythological creature.
Yeah, marine scientist here to tell you that scientifically speaking, mermaids don't fucking exist. Now, scientifically speaking, in an alternate timeline or a different universe, if there were mermaids, they would rather be very blubbery, or if they were semi-aquatic, extremely hairy. And the idea that something that lives at the bottom of the ocean is pale is, scientifically speaking, incorrect. The darkest sea creatures, like darker than the pitch black ocean, live in the deep sea. So scientifically speaking, you saying that Ariel can't be black because she lives in the deep sea is just racist.
Number 2, I don't know if you knew this, but white people aren't the only people with red or ginger hair. Us black folks have that too. Now, this is the question that I pose to you and anyone who has your same viewpoint. Is it this hard for you guys to accept something different? Do you have this much of an issue imagining a young person of color turning on this movie on their Disney Plus account or being taken to the theaters to finally see people like them represented in a different type of way? Does it hurt you this much that we're excited for something new for us? Does Ariel having a darker pigmentation, having curls or locks in her hair affect you that much when it doesn't change the source material or the character in the slightest?
Have a good day.